Hi, I am showing you an AI proofreader that we built together with the EC. So before any content can be proofread, the EC staff would need to set up a new appeal. So once that's done, I can see the management screen for it. So at the top, I can see the list of guidance documents that the proofreader would use for any appeal. So those documents are already in the system. And then as I set up a new appeal, I would also want to provide any specific context about this appeal. So stuff that applies to all the appeals, it would be things like brand guidelines, style guide, tone of voice, FAQs, or any specific guidelines for specific content types, such as, how to write a good press release or a good TV ad, how to write for social media or digital advertisement, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, as I'm setting up an appeal, I do want to give the proofreader information about this appeal. So I've got this handy document here that was produced for anyone writing communication for Myanmar earthquake appeal. So it contains all the important information about this appeal. So like all the statistics, any narrative, etc., etc. So I can upload the document just by pressing upload document. The system also lets me scope in which context this document would get pulled in. So it selected the appeal, that's good. It can also let me create documents that are specific. That would be specific guidance for specific channels, or for example, specific audiences or specific content types. I don't want to do it this time though, so I'll just go ahead and select a Word document that we've just been looking at. Create document. Great, it's showing up here now, so we can go ahead and try and proofread a bit of content. So this is the proofreading screen that the EC staff would be using to proofread their content. So I've got this handy Google search ad in here that I'll just paste in. The system also asks me to select any specific typologies about this content, so that will help to ground the system and let it know what guidance it can use to review the content. So as I submit it for proofreading, it's going to take about a minute to deliver the results. So the results page looks like this. At the top you get a textual feedback about your content, and then as you scroll down you can see a specific list of recommendations. So you can see at the top it found that I've used the wrong stat, so I can see that text suggestions it tells me to change to, and then it also shows me the explanation of this, and it also tells me like where it got guidance from. So it would be like any documents that already exist in the system. Again, statistics, corrected my money handles as well. As I scroll down, you can also see that it helps me find where I exceeded number of characters this allowed on the publishing platform that I'm using. So in this case, the Google search ads limit. Also helps me with spelling, grammar, and style. Okay, so as users work through the suggestions, they can also mark them as applied or ignored. So it just helps them know where they've left off. So marking it as applied, it just turns a green. So easy and simple. And if you ignore a suggestion, that just hides it from the view, and that can be used in the future to train the system